Good morning and welcome to a vlog coming all the way from Legoland Windsor, where today is Monday the 15th, I believe, of September, where I've just come. I was meant to go to Thorpe Park today. If you would have watched the Fright Nights number 4 update, which probably uploaded a couple, 2 or 3 days before this vlog, I was going to be at Thorpe Park for the day today and film a vlog there. But unfortunately, due to the high winds today, everything there was shut. I've just arrived at Legoland. It's just nearly about 12 o'clock and still at Thorpe Park absolutely nothing is open, so I'm quite glad I did leave there to come here instead. If you didn't watch the update video, make sure you do go back and go and watch it, because quite a lot of construction has been going on for Fright Nights, which of course starts in a couple of weeks now. So yeah, I'll take you around Legoland today, where it's very quiet. Everything's on 5-minute queues, including Minifigure Speedway, the Dragon and so on. So I think first ride today we're going to go on Minifigure Speedway. As we can see from all the pathways, of course it is 12 o'clock, so most people have entered the park by now properly. Everything is really quiet here today, which is great for me because it means I can get on loads of rides at Legoland, which I've not been here now for a couple of months, to be fair. As I walk around today as well, I will try and see if there's any Brick or Treat updates to film and see what's going on for that, because obviously again that starts in about a month's time, I think. So it's about mid-October that starts, I believe. So yeah, we'll come down and check that out and see if there's anything going on construction wise for that too. As you saw at the beginning of the video as well, of course, the new entrance portal's now gone up, which I can say does look absolutely fantastic. I do have to say that my only complaint about that entrance portal is it's not in line with the security area. So I went through security and very nearly just walked straight past it towards the ticket office, and it wasn't until in my head I kind of went, I've not been here since the new entrance is open, turn around and then you kind of see it. So you don't really notice it as you walk into the park unless you take like a right turn to then go through it. So that is a shame, but it's not lined up properly. And I'm hoping that for next season, fingers crossed, they do get that sorted out and maybe get the security tents moved in front of the actual entrance, because it will look a lot better. Because it is a great thing, and I'm sure that lots of people would want to see it when they walk into the park at first. Also, you probably saw at the beginning there, they've also now got in the main Lego shop when you first walk in, Christmas advent calendars are already there. So yeah, fair to say that Legoland are on it now, all ready for Christmas, where of course they do have their Christmas event as well, which we'll be checking out in December, I'm sure. But yeah, let's head on down to Minifigure Speedway. I'll put in some footage now of it for you to see. Let's go and give it a ride.
Congratulations!
I've just come off my ride there on Minifigure Speedway, which that's only actually like the second or third time I've done that ride. It's definitely only the second time I've done it on Legends. I reckon I've done All Stars a couple of times as well before. But it is a fun little family coaster. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of coasters which go backwards, but that is definitely one of the better family ones I have done. So I can't really complain too much. I think I'm going to head off down to Fairy Tale Brook next, because it's also on a 5-minute queue. So unfortunately, as I am walking down to Fairy Tale Brook, Duplo Dino Coaster is currently down for some maintenance of some sort. I don't really know what maintenance they need to do on this, because let's be honest, it is probably the worst coaster in the UK. I get it's like meant to be like a real like little kids family ride, but there is absolutely nothing to it. So I was actually going to give it a ride today, so I've only ever done it once. So that is a shame, but it is closed, because I have seen some younger kids walking around in this area today. Of course it isn't too busy, but yeah, it is a shame, but it's not open. We're now going to go for our second ride of the day on Fairy Tale Brook. Let's go and give it a ride. There was some footage there of Fairy Tale Brook for you, which, considering the age of that ride, I think it is still quite fun for what it is. But I think it definitely does need some TLC or some updating, or even be removed and have someone else put in there now. It has been there for a while, and when you're going around, it does look quite dated, unfortunately, which is a shame, but it's still a decent ride, you know. So we're now going to head into Lego City and see what we're going to get on here. As always at Legoland, the only ride with a natural queue in it is, of course, the boats at Coast Guard HQ. For some reason, they have always got a queue no matter what day it is. But yeah, I think next we're going to head on to Haunted House Monster Party.
Two seats. That would be reduced capacity of 17 seats. We do apologise for the inconvenience.
Here she goes.
There's a little bit of a footage of the queue line and the pre-show for Monster House Party, or Haunted House Monster Party, however you want to call it. I actually really enjoyed that ride. I do actually think it probably is my favourite Vekoma Madhouse in the UK. I do enjoy Hex. I think the theme of the Hex is great, but I do prefer that just because of the music, to be honest. I was hoping while I was here today to be able to see the new show down at Heart Lake City, but I'm assuming that it was only on for the summer holidays, unfortunately. But I'm going to sit by the lake and have some lunch now, and then we'll carry on with the vlog. I've just enjoyed a lovely little bit of Greg's down by the lake, which I bought with me today because I'm not paying the prices here because they're ridiculous and the food isn't great. So yeah, Greg's for lunch. But now we're going to go into Mythica to go and ride Flight of the Skylion. As I just mentioned now, I thought I'd just add a little bit more about it. Obviously, when I come to like a theme park like Legoland or Chessington, I usually tend to bring my own food with me. If that's a meal deal or Greg's, or even like say for other people, you might want to bring food from home. Because in my opinion, the Merlin prices for food are ridiculous, to be honest. They are really expensive. And I wouldn't mind paying it if I was paying for decent food, but from all the food I've had at Merlin parks, other than Thorpe, which obviously has KFC and Burger King, which is good food, it's always pretty average or not very good, to be honest. So I'd always recommend whenever you come to these kind of theme parks, make sure you bring your own food, because you are allowed to bring it on. There's no rules or anything saying you can't bring your own lunch or picnic or whatever with you. And obviously when it's in the summer, which it isn't right now, it's quite nice to sit outside and have a picnic on the different grass areas they've got at Legoland. So yeah, just a top tip for you, make sure you bring your own food because you are allowed to. So Flight of the Skylion's on a 20-minute wait, which I doubt it is that long. It's probably just because it takes about 10 or 15 minutes per cycle. I absolutely love the building to this. Maximus just looks absolutely brilliant out the front. Yeah, let's go and queue Flight of the Skylion. Just come off my ride there on Flight of the Skylion, which actually was a fun little ride today. I'll be honest, I'm not a biggest fan of the flying theatres, to be honest, but it definitely is one of the better ones out there, which I've done. So yeah, I think next I'm going to head up probably now towards the Dragon kind of area and get a ride on that. I don't really know what's going on at Legoland at the moment with some ride closures, because these look like they're not just closed for the day, they're pretty permanent closures. Well, not permanent, but you know, we're going to be here for a little while. Because Autumn's Riding Adventure is not only just closed for the day, it's got all barriers out the front, which indicates to me it's not going to be opening again anytime soon. Of course, it did change at the beginning of the season from Mia's riding school, I think it was, to Autumn's Riding Adventure. No one's really sure why the name changed or anything like that, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be closed throughout probably September, and we'll see where it is in October. Of course, as you're just sitting on my walk to the Dragon, you have to pass Ninjago just behind me, and I've never seen that area so quiet, to be honest. It's normally absolutely packed full of people, so it does show how quiet the park is today. But I did forget to mention, as I left Flight of the Skyline, that is now on a 40-minute queue, and the queue is coming out of the entrance, so I do believe that, although the extended queue isn't open in there, so I'm sure that will be open soon. I'll be honest, I was going to go on Ninjago, but I thought I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's a great ride. It's very screen-based. I don't really like the shooting aspect of it either, but it's not a gun. You have to do like ninja chops, I guess you'd call them. I don't really enjoy the ride at all, to be fair. So I'm going to give it a miss, to be honest. Even with a 5-minute queue, I can't really bother to go on it. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to head on now down to the Dragon, best coaster on the park. Another ride I'm actually going to be missing today, of course, is Pirate Falls Treasure Quest. It is open, it's only on a 5-minute queue, but it is not very warm today with the wind, so I'm not really wanting to get soaking wet, unfortunately. But if you did come here like 2 weeks ago for like last week of the summer holidays, this was constantly on a 75-minute queue. It is a little bit colder, but it's not actually too cold. It is only on 5 minutes today, so it definitely shows that if you are going to try and visit the park, make sure you do come outside of the summer holidays, because during term time in September especially, it is very quiet at parts like Legoland and Chessington. Of course, down here in the medieval area down at Legoland, you've of course got Merlin's Challenge. Down here you've got Dragon's Apprentice, and inside Knight's Kingdom itself you've of course got the Dragon, which I'm going to be heading on next. The rain is starting to come down, but let's go for a ride on the Dragon. So I did actually earlier in the year, in July kind of time, I think it was, end of June, beginning of July, for my birthday. Kate actually did buy me a VIP tour for the Dragon. We called it Behind the Bricks tour, I believe, and it was absolutely fantastic. We definitely loved it. I did actually film some clips in there. We weren't allowed to vlog or anything like that, just like all the other kind of VIP attractions that Merlin offer, but we weren't allowed to vlog, but they did let us film like different clips and everything in there and everything, so I could make a vlog. But I never actually got around to editing it together and giving my review on it. So coming to a channel soon, because coming today kind of jogged my memory, but I did film that. I'll try and put it in next week maybe, because I'm not going to any theme parks, I don't think. I'll do like a little tour kind of thing of the Dragon a bit closer up and give a bit of a talk about what I thought of it and if you should go and give it a go. This is definitely by far one of the quieter days I've had at Legoland. Apart from the queue for fight at Skylion, where it's about 20 or 25 minutes, everything else has been walk on. So yeah, look at this, absolutely no queue for the Dragon. Let's go and get a couple of laps on this. There's a bit of footage there from the Dragon for you, which, like I say, I do really enjoy that ride. Like I said, the theming at the beginning of it is brilliant, and it is pretty good for a family coaster. I do really enjoy it. I don't know what it was. I was sat on the back row. I went for 2 laps. I was on the back row for the first lap, and I thought I'd go again just to see if it was doing it still. When I sat in the middle kind of area, it wasn't doing it, but I sat on the back row to start with, and it had like some real weird like thumping noises. It was going up the lift hill and going around the track and everything. It was quite, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but you could definitely feel it as it was going around, which was a shame. So yeah, that's one little complaint I've got for that today. But when I sat in the middle, it was absolutely fine. So maybe it's just an issue with that one, like the back wheels or the back train maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, we love a ride on the Dragon. You have to get on it when you come to Legoland. It is the classic ride. I won't lie, I'm currently just walking around some kind of area I've never actually walked around. It's like a forest kind of area out the back of the Dragon. No idea where it's going to take me or where I'm going, but let's go for a bit of a walk around here, I guess. I say, it looks like some kind of like adventure trail, but I've never seen anyone walk around it or do anything here. Like, so I can see the other bit over here. But like I say, it looks like there's like a little fountain bit and a house here or something. See, yeah, look at that. You got a couple of little Lego ducks and a little fountain here. I don't know what this area is. I've never seen it before, or even noticed it. So yeah, it looks pretty abandoned, some of it, I won't lie. But yeah. Right, let's go and find another ride to do. I was just saying about how this bit looks pretty abandoned, but looking at this like little duck house and everything here, they all look pretty new. Like most of the Lego bricks and everything, you can kind of normally see that they're quite old, but these all look pretty new, and this building doesn't look too old either. So I don't really know what's going on around here or what this is, but who knows? I guess we'll see if anything else ever happens around here, I guess, because like I said, the little bridge there looks quite new as well behind it. So I'm not really sure. So I gave it a miss earlier because it was on a 25-minute wait, but when Laser Raid is only on 5 minutes, let's go on and give it a ride.
Alas, we have no king in this sword.
There's a little bit of footage in the queue line there of Laser Raiders, which I think is actually a fantastic little dark ride, to be honest. I definitely prefer it to Ninjago, 100%. I can see now the rain is really pouring down, so I'm actually going to go on Ninjago, just get out of the rain. Hopefully it's still a walk on queue and I haven't got the queue for it. It certainly looks like it probably will be. Yeah, it's a 5-minute queue for Ninjago, so let's go and have a ride on this while it's raining, stay in the dry. I'm not actually going to lie, it's actually kind of creepy walking around in there when there's absolutely nobody to be seen. There we go, we got the model of Kate back at Christmas. Hello, Kate. Well, I reckon I'm getting on a train on my own here because this is completely walk-on. I've never seen it so quiet for Ninjago. This is always on at least like a 20-minute wait whenever I come to the park. Can't really complain. Let's go and jump straight onto Ninjago. So I've just had my ride there on Lego Ninjago, and as I pointed out earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of that ride. It's definitely one of my bottom 3 UK dark rides, to be honest, I've been on. Not very enjoyable at all. It's all just very screen based. I don't really like the shooting on it either, that you have to like use your hands and like all that kind of stuff. We don't really pick it up too well most of the time, so it is a shame. But I've just come out and I've just seen that Destiny's Bounty behind me is under some, having some work done to it. It's got all the seats off of it, so I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I won't lie, it's not a ride I've done before, but yeah, all the seats have been stripped off of Destiny's Bounty. We can see down here some metal slats of some sort as well have been taken off. So yeah, there's definitely something going on, probably just some maintenance or whatever for it going on. Down here, down at the entrance of Destiny's Bounty, we've also got the same as Mia's riding, Autumn's riding school, whatever it's called. The big fence out the front saying it'll be back soon, but not yet. It is a shame to see, but obviously it has to be done at some point, as this park is pretty much a year-round park now. Right, I'm about ready to leave the park now, so I've done everything I wanted to do, but we're going to head for a ride on the Legoland Express before we leave. I know they've added some props for this year, which I have done this once before to see them all already. But I never actually rode it before, but I've heard it's a big improvement, and I did actually really enjoy it when I did it before, because the props are amazing. So yeah, I'll film some video of the Legoland Express for you guys to see.
Oh, and I found my camera. Just in time. Oh, no, that's just got Heavy arriving. Just be ready for any strange, deeply surprises.
I've just had a lovely ride around the Legoland Express. When I went on it before, I went with Kate and Archie. And I can remember there being like one water effect on there which sprayed out at you a little bit. And it wasn't too bad, but I just went on it then. And before you get like, went to like a halfway point, I guess you could say, when you get to like near Coast Guard HQ, I was absolutely soaked by the time we'd even got there. There's about 4 different water effects going on and off all the time. So yeah, the side of me is pretty wet now, but it is what it is. It's a fun ride. I do like all the different theming they've put in over there. I think I'm now going to head on over to, I can't remember what it's called, the submarine ride. Deep Sea Adventure, that's what it's called. My mind completely blanked then for a second what this was called. To be honest, I've only ever ridden it like twice, I think, maybe. It's not really one of my favourite rides there, to be honest. It's quite short and you can't really see a lot either, to be honest. But hey, it's literally walk on. It's on a 5-minute queue. Let's go and give Deep Sea Adventure a go.
City of Atlantis. We're always in need of new recruits to join us on our mission.
As you can see around me now, I'm on a little Zen ride for Deep Sea Adventure. Let's see what creatures we can spot on it today.
We are now in the coral.
Usually found in these kind of tropical waters.
Atlantean treasures. Keep an eye open for lurking sharks. Some like to lie around on the seabed. I do love sharks.
So one thing I did actually forget to mention earlier after I went on Monster House Party was actually how bad now, to be honest, the front of the building looks. When I first come to Legoland like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the ride hadn't been open too long and I thought it used to look amazing. The facade out the front used to be brilliant. But I was stood in the queue earlier and I just thought it looks horrendous. I just thought about it again when I walked back from Deep Sea Adventure. I absolutely love the ride which is inside. I think the inside's themed really well. I love everything inside of it. It's great as a family ride. It's just a shame that the outside facade has not been kept up to date by Legoland or Merlin, really. It seems to be a common theme, to be honest, in Merlin parks. Not building something new, which is brilliant, and then just wanting to add more and more and more, but not upkeeping the standards of what they've got from before anyway. It's a real shame to see, because I do love the ride, but I would like to see them maybe refurb the front of it once again and put all new decals on it, because it used to look fantastic, and now it looks like a bit of a mess, to be honest. I mean, yeah, like I say, look at that. You can see the decal off of that just completely peeling off. But yeah, it is a shame to see. I'm sure nothing will probably get done about it. But we can hope, I guess. as you can see now, I'm back in the car. It's only currently about 3:15, so I've only been on park for about 3 hours or so probably by the time I got on and went around the shop to start with. So yeah, I've probably been on rides for about 3 hours or so, and I've been on every single ride that I actually wanted to get on in the space of 3 hours. So it really does show that when you come to the park on a non-summer holiday and on a school day kind of thing, how quiet the park can be, because I've had a great day. I've been on everything. The longest I had to queue was about 15-20 minutes for flight to Skylion, and that's literally because as I joined the queue, one cycle went in and I had to wait another cycle before I went in. But if I joined at the right time, I'd have still only queued for 10 minutes for that as well. But really can't complain. It's been a great day at Legoland. Operations have been really good, and I've been on all my favourite rides, so what can I say? It's been a great day. Like I said, as I said earlier, my only downfall to the park is, unfortunately, some of the areas really do need to be re-updated and, like you say, painted over and been given new decals and everything. That's definitely evident outside the front of Monster House Party. Of course, you've got Deep Sea Adventure just up the hill from it, which has all just been done up with the new figures and everything in the water and all that kind of stuff, as you saw in the POV that I put in here earlier. And when you walk down the hill and then you've got that monstrosity sat down there, it just doesn't look great. Like I say, the only way they get away with it really is because it's obviously meant to be a monster house, I guess. So it looks quite haunted, but it just looks horrible when you know that it's meant to look nice. It's meant to look a lot better than what it is. So that is a shame. But other than that, that's my only gripe for today really. Legoland's been brilliant. The staff have been really friendly and good. So yeah, thumbs up for Legoland today. Like I say, if you can make it down here with your kids and everything at this time of year, definitely make sure you do, because the queues, like I say, when I come probably about 2 months ago now, at the start of the summer holidays, end of like May kind of time, the queues were ridiculous. We were queuing like about 40 minutes for flight to Skylion. Like I say, Coast Guard HQ was on a 75-minute for one of the days I come, which is just absolutely insane when it's been on about 10 or 15 minutes all day today. So yeah, if you can get here at this time of year, make sure you do, because it is a great park for families, 100%. But yeah, from me, that's the end of the Legoland vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. I think I'll probably now be filming when we go to Scarefest, I'd imagine, probably in a couple of weeks. I might film another Fright Nights update in between then, but Scarefest is in 2 weeks' time. We're going to be there for opening day. We're staying at Splash Landings. We'll be there for 2 days, so expect a good, probably not far off an hour's vlog from there, probably. So keep an eye out for that. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the Legoland vlog.